Greetings and welcome to another episode of Sonic Odyssey, the video channel dedicated to bringing you the last 5 decades or so of music in review and discussion format. Before we get started, I'd like to ask you to like, share, and subscribe to the channel so you can stay up to date with all things Sonic Odyssey. And also I'd like to ask you to consider paying a visit to our Patreon page. Most people make money from YouTube videos via advertisements, but my video clips have audio samples from the music that I discuss, and therefore they are not eligible for ad revenue. Therefore, I have set up a Patreon campaign page, and there you can donate anything from a couple of dollars a month, anything that you see fit, just to help keep the lights on and keep the channel going. There are tiers there to satisfy anybody's economic stratus, even in these very difficult times. So today we're going to be looking at an album that came out in 1999 in Japan and 2000 in the rest of the world. It's from a band from Oslo, Norway, and the name of the band is Spiral Architect, and the album is A Sceptics Universe. So let's dig right in and get started with a sample from A Sceptics Universe. This is the opening track, Spinning. As you can hear from Spinning, Spiral Architect is a progressive, technical, heavy metal band. They have a really unique sound. They formed in 1993 and put out a demo in 1995, but it took them another 5 years before they were able to finally release their first and, sadly, their only album. Considering how astonishingly brilliant the musicianship and the scoring is on the album, it's sad that they never got to do anything further. Spinning is a really hyped up song. Most of the songs from Spiral Architect are just that, but I like the idea that the music carries that idea of a spinning motion. Everything feels like it's in a rotation and a cyclical format. So it does a great job at carrying that sound through the song. Spiral Architect has a little bit of an interesting side note. Originally the album was recorded without vocals, but they couldn't get anybody to take it, and so they finally added vocals later and were able to get signed by a label and have their album come out in, as I said, 1999 in Japan and 2000 in the rest of the world. It's a really difficult band to talk about, other than to say they're a progressive, technical metal, heavy metal band. There's not a lot of information about them. They haven't produced anything else, and therefore I'm left with just the music itself. And the music itself is tremendous. The bass is forefront and very crisp, very clean. The bass notes have a tremendous vibrancy to them. The guitar work is spectacular, the drumming is wonderful, but the bass work is, for me, what really shines throughout the entire album. And I think you'll hear a little bit more of that on this next sound clip from a little bit later in the album, the song called Adaptability.
Words are words, but nothing without you. Mistaken meaning, I'm constantly spreading. Red and dark disease. Truth and someone through the nose is not the ring. Fluently fluid, subjectively
Adaptability shows another side of Spiral Architect, and does so with a slightly different rhythm and tempo, and also still manages to bring great energy and progressive technical metal soundscape throughout. Again, I really wish I had more that I could say about them for you. The band just unfortunately never got enough notoriety or press, so they went. Their Wikipedia page lists them as from 1993 to present, but it's been 20 years since Sceptics Universe, and I don't think we're going to be seeing anything anytime soon. Which is a shame, because the tracks that make up the entire album of A Sceptics Universe are really fantastic. There's a couple of mid-tempo songs. There's not really any slow songs, but there are a couple of mid-tempo songs, but for the most part it's very vibrant, very upbeat, and all of the production is crisp and clean. It sounds fantastic. I mean, if you're looking to listen to guitar, you can listen to the guitar. If you're looking to listen to the bass, you can listen to the bass and follow it throughout the entire track. The album is a joy to listen to, and it's only 43 minutes long, so you're not going to get too lost or overwhelmed by the progressiveness of it. If I had to give this album a score, I would give it a definite 4 out of 5. Probably one of my favorite, least known albums out there. I can't even tell you how I became aware of this album. It's just, I think I saw the cover and it looked worth a listen, and then when I did listen to it, I was floored immediately by just how technically proficient these musicians are. I would name the musicians for you, but their names are all in Norwegian, and quite frankly, I'm not going to touch that. So give it a listen. if you can get it, it's available on iTunes, and it's really worth listening to. It's got such high energy, such creativity in its progression and in the way that they sculpted the entire soundscape. So I hope you'll enjoy it. Before we sign off, I'd like to remind you to like, share, and subscribe to the video channel so you can stay up to date. And once more, please consider visiting our Patreon page so you can maybe consider becoming a patron and keeping the Sonic Odyssey a going concern. So with that, I bid you farewell for this video, and thank you very much. Have a great day. Bye-bye.